Hey guys, what's up? So, I'm deciding to do this YouTube thing. It's my first video. Um, yeah, I just had a lot of experience in the game, the field, dating. The point of this channel is just, give the youth advice, just give these young adults, tips they need to succeed in the dating game. Um, so yeah, obviously, I got the hat on, I got the fucking mask on and shit. To be honest, I just don't want people to know who I am. Kind of hold a high position in engineering, so word gets out, I'm talking about this shit. All the fucking Me Too and all the fucking feminism going around. It's not a good look, but I feel it's my duty, my job to be a mentor, for all of these these weak men out there, and there's so many fallen men who've just been completely pussy whipped and being completely taken advantage of by these women, and it just really hurts my soul. Being someone who used to be like that, and knowing what it feels like, to be taken advantage of, to be walked all over, you know, I feel it's my duty to, help these unfortunate souls. So yeah, from now on, I'm just gonna start a series, just giving all the advice, all the extensive dating advice I have to help the youth. So today, specifically, what I wanted to talk about was just the fundamentals, right? Like my rules. So I haven't, I'm quite disorganized. I haven't fleshed them out, but there's a few rules that I live by. A set of rules, a set of statutes that, no matter what happens, I don't let anyone, change those rules. I don't let women, especially women, or anyone for that matter, make me bend these rules. These rules don't move. I'm inflexible when it comes to these rules. So pay attention and listen up close. So the rule number one when it comes to dating, right? One rule that I never bend on is always see a girl at nighttime. Never, ever go on a date with a girl in the light of day. Never. Now, I say this for first time dates, right? So if it's your girlfriend or something like that, obviously I'm more on the red pill side. But, for those who have girlfriends, I respect that. And by all means, take her out anytime. But for first time dates, these are girls you met at a bar, you met on Tinder, or, you met at a library. Your first time. The key is you do not want to put any commitment, and you do not want to convey any signs that other than that you are, sexually attracted to them. And going on a date in the daytime sends them signals that you may be looking for a friendship, that you may not necessarily looking to be laid. And the point of my channel is I want men to get laid, okay? Me as well. I'm doing my role, fucking as many of these thoughts out there, and I want as many men fucking these hoes. That's my goal. I want these girls to get fucked, okay? And by all means, am I not supporting, rape, and all of this is consensual. Of course, everything must be consensual. But my goal is to get as many men out here laid. I don't believe in relationships, none of that bullshit. My goal, if you listen to my channel, you will get laid. If you follow my steps, you will get fucking laid. So rule number one, never meet a girl in the daytime. You set a date at night, preferably 9 o'clock. But as long as it's at night, that's fine. She may try to change it. Absolutely no. No meeting a chick in the light of day. Unless you're trying to, be a friend. If that's the case, I'm not the guy for you. Okay, rule number two. Sorry if I'm a little breathy. It's a little hard to breathe in here, but it serves a purpose. Rule number two. Never go on like coffee dates or anything like that, right? The point is you're trying to get laid, so you want to stick to, to want to stick to things that lead to that. So, getting high, That's a pretty good date idea. Smoking weed, going to a bar is good, where there's alcohol involved. You want to be in an environment where, there's alcohol, because all of that just, helps with the process. Just a drink or two, set the mood right, and all of that. By no means am I condoning, getting someone completely blasted and passing out. Absolutely not. But, a glass of wine won't hurt, a shot or two of vodka, completely fine. So, yeah, you want to take her out to a bar, somewhere preferably like that. Rule number three, and this is kind of flexible. Uh, Typically, don't go on dinner dates if you don't have to. So like, if always go for the drink. Always ask a girl out. You want to go for drinks. This is the deal. However, if that doesn't work out, perhaps if you're just the type of guy who likes to take a girl on dinner, that's fine too. But typically, a good way to avoid the dinner question is just ask her, so what are you doing after dinner? That way, she'll tell you so and so, or ask her what time are you having dinner. So she'll tell you what time, and then you tell her come for drinks afterwards. So use dinner as a way to save money, right? So get out of dinner, ask her when is she having it, just to take her out for drinks. Because the whole point is you want to put as little money as possible to get laid, right? And this goes into my next rule, is rule number 5, right? Rule number 5 is never, ever spend more than $30 on a date, right? This rule is non-flexible. First dates, no more than $30. So whether you decide to take her to a restaurant, drinks, do not spend more than $30 on the date, period. Period, right? Because the more money you spend, it actually indirectly conveys insecurity. It's like you're compensating for something, right? And the last thing you need is, when you take a girl out, you want to have the confidence, right? And you actually want to be like that, where you guys are on the same level, you guys are in the same league. So you're trading your time, for her time. You shouldn't feel, and you spending money makes it seem like your time is invaluable. So you want to spend $0 is optimal, no money, but nothing more than $30 on the date. Okay, so rule number 6, we're getting into more general rules, is never keep dating a girl, never take a girl out more than 3 dates, right, without getting laid. So you take her out once, everything goes well, you ask her to go back to your place, she says she's busy. Okay, that's fine. It's a second date, whatever, maybe she gives you a kiss on the cheek, still doesn't come to your crib. Okay. The third date, if nothing happens, she doesn't go back to, or say even she goes back to your crib, but she says, she doesn't want to put out, she's on her period, stop at that point. She's just not that into you. If a girl does not, spread those legs within the first 3 dates, she's most likely not going to spread them at all. So you putting in that extra effort for a 4th date, a 5th date, a 6th date, it's not going to change. It's not going to change the fact that she's just not into you. It's just something you have to put up with and just move on, right? So rule number 6, really important one: do not go on more than 3 dates if the girl doesn't put out. And it's up to you. There's flexibility to this. Like, if she does other shit, like, say on date 2, she lets you suck the titties or some shit, and date 3, like, she gives you head, then yeah, by all means, you can go on a 4th date, because you kind of gauge the situation. None of these rules are set in stone. But, like, if you've got no play or just, like, a kiss on date 3, yeah, she's either going to make you wait, like, 3 or 4 months, or you're not going to get it at all. Don't waste your time. Your point, I want to teach you guys how to get laid, okay? As easy and as cheap as possible. So if you want that, follow me. Okay, rule number 7. Right, and this is rule number 7. Rule number 7 is never compliment a girl. Don't give her validation, right? So what I mean is, don't be on that gentleman shit, like opening doors for her, standing on the open side of the street, opening her car door. Throw all that fucking. It's 2018. Shit, they might even pull a Me Too on you for doing that, right? Women are independent, they don't need no man. So yeah, don't give them no man. I hate to say it, but nowadays, used to be you could just, be a nice guy, give a woman compliments, they appreciate it. With social media now and like Instagram, women get compliments all day. There's so many thirsty guys. So you just being another one of those thirsty guys, giving them validation, is not gonna make them wet. It's not gonna get them hot for you at all. It's a huge turnoff. But here's the thing. Also, don't be a complete. So when you're being an asshole or when you're not giving compliments, you got to do it in a smooth way. You got to have game, right? And there's this thing I like to call, indirect compliments or backhand compliments. Give them backhand compliments. So, say for example, they might have something in their teeth, right? So you could say something like, no matter what anyone else says, I think that thing in your tooth looks great. Or you could make a compliment like, she might be a few extra pounds, right? Or not even, right? Or she just says she doesn't go to the gym. She hasn't been to the gym in a week, and you could just make a joke like, okay, between you and me, I don't know what other people think, but between you and me, I love a girl with a few extra pounds. So you just use a joke like that, or just to knock her off her high pedestal. Because some of these girls, they walk in, their nose is like on the ceiling. They think they're so hot. They think they're so out of your league. So you got to kind of bring them to earth. Show them that you're not taking any bullshit. So yeah, that's another huge rule. Okay, so going into these other rules, these are more my personal preferences, right? These personal preferences that I like to do. You can or not follow them, but these are just kind of the things that I do. So it may take you a while to get on my level, but definitely I maybe didn't do these at the start. But for those who have a little more of advanced game, this will definitely boost you a lot. So where was I? Rule number 8. Okay, so rule number 8, right, is don't let her run off at the mouth, right? So she keeps talking. Yes, that's a good sign, but don't be that guy who just, feeds into her gossip or whatever. You want to get her back to your place as soon as possible, and you want to close that deal, right? You want to get some alcohol in her, preferably a glass of wine or get high or something. You want to seal the deal. You're not there to listen to her talk all night. No cuddling, none of that bullshit, the hands go everywhere, obviously consensual. You go for it, you make that move, right? So this is important. No bullshit, no wasting time. Get her back to your place. Get to work. Another rule number 9 is when you're done fucking her, right? Kick her out. And this is a rule. This is a rule. A lot of guys don't have the balls to do it. A lot of guys don't have the balls to do it, and you don't have to be an asshole about it. But just be like, well, I gotta get up early in the morning, or I'm super busy, but I gotta get up early, or or my house gets really cold at night. Whatever you gotta do, straight up. Honestly, I just tell them like, yeah, it's really late. I gotta wake up early. I'm a little bit more direct, and just tell them straight up that I might have a friend over later. But do what you gotta do, to just politely tell them that to go. And to be honest, I prefer to go to their house. That way I can just leave, because I'm a nice guy deep down. Like, I don't like to kick people out, but yeah, try to have sex at their place if possible. Try to go to their place. That way when you're done, you leave. So this does 2 things. The first thing it does is it conveys that you're a busy guy. You're not gonna be super clingy and attached to them. Right? And the second thing this conveys is that you don't value them that much. Like, you're not going to be clingy, you're not going to be super obsessed with them. They'll feel comfortable with just giving it up to you consistently, and not, because a lot of girls, they may be super into you, but they won't see you again. That's what happens. They fuck you once, you don't see them again. That's because that the guys get too comfortable. They want to spend the night. It's too much of a time investment. But when you come in and out like that really quick, it gives them like, okay, this can just be sex, and then he'll go home, and we don't have to. I can still, like, my night is not over. We can still. It's less weight to it. It's less of a job, right? And I'm not saying it's a job. You should never look at yourself as a job, or kind of like a nuisance. But also, on your case, it makes her seem like she's a job, like you have shit to do, which raises her attraction for you. And another thing it does is it also gives her something to miss, right? Again, so many guys talk them ways out of pussy all the time. The less time you spend with a woman, there's less room for error, right? So the less time you spend with her, there's less room for you to fuck up. There's less room for you to say some bullshit that'll just turn her off completely. So this is what you want to do. You want to get in, you want to get out, you want to head home, right? Now, here's the thing. Don't contact her. So I guess this goes into rule number 10. I'll make more videos regarding texting strategies, I know I'm really disorganized. I just wanted to get this out there to show you guys, what I'm about. But yeah, I'll make more rules about texting, approach, what to say, things like that. But yeah, in general, wait. I say 5 to 10 days before texting her back or calling her, because you want to leave that gap. You want to let her think about it, especially if it was a good time. But you also want to string her along, right? You don't want to completely ghost her because girls move on too. These girls have horrendous body counts. I was just talking to this girl the other day. She's a good friend of mine. She's not attractive at all, and she's like a four. But even she has like over a 300 body count. So you can imagine if these like ugly girls have high body counts, these hotter girls, the sevens, the sixes, the sevens, the eights, and the nines, it could be in the thousands, right? So these girls are constantly going through new dick, constantly shuffling between guys, right? So the last thing you want to do is come off as needy, come off as clingy. You want to convey that same kind of sense of liberty, that same sense of selection and options that they convey. So yeah, those are the simple rules. Rule number one through 10, just stick to the scene at nighttime, right? No daylight hours. Three strikes, they're out, right? No fucking movie dates, none of that bullshit. Stick to drinks, right? Drinks are, at worst case scenario, dinner, no more than $30. No compliments, none of that shit, nothing, right? No compliments, none of that. Keep it short, get them back to your place, preferably alcohol involved. Bang the shit out of them and leave. No pillow talking, none of that bullshit, right? Call them back, hit them up, 5 to 10 days later, and yeah, keep that up, and you're on the right track. So this is me, Salamoth, and signing out.